So sitting up tall, comfortably on your cushion. Allow the pelvis to tilt forward, lifting the sternum up. Roll the shoulders back and down away from your ears. Find a comfortable seat, having the sit bones evenly placed left and right on your cushion. And take a few deep breaths here, closing the eyes. So with each inhalation, breathing into the belly and up your ribs. With each exhalation, soften the thighs, soften your shoulders. And before we practice our restorative yoga tonight, we'll do a short movement session before we go fully into our restorative pose. So during the restorative pose, in our restorative yoga class today, focus on the breathing. So take this time to really connect with your breath. Noticing the sensations of your breath. And before we start, we'll chant Om 3 times. So bring your hands to prayer, closing the eyes. Exhale fully. Inhale, we'll start. Take a gentle bow. Set your intention for your practice. Perhaps an intention to let yourself rest physically, mentally, dedicating this time for you to take a break, take a pause. And slowly open your eyes. Namaste. All right, so if you have your bolsters and your props ready, another thing is to have your chair. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Have a chair handy. If you are practicing next to a sofa, you also can use a sofa just now. All right, so come onto hands and knees on the mat. We'll do a few cat-cow stretches here. Knees hip-width apart, wrist under your shoulders. Inhale, dip the belly down, lift the sternum, lift your sit bone up. Chest nice and broad. Exhale, draw the belly in, round your back. Push down into the floor and tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, round, looking down to your belly. Inhale. Exhale, round. One more, inhale. And exhale, round. Inhale back to neutral tabletop position. We're going to draw hip circles. So shift your hip to your left side and then shift the weight forward. Draw the hip back on your right side. So imagine that you are drawing a circle with your hip on the mat, clockwise direction, and going as slow as you wish. Just mobilizing your hip. You're welcome to take the circle as big, as comfortable with your hip. Close the eyes and just allow the spine to move and sense the different joints in your body while you're doing this rhythmic, mindful movement. As you exhale, hip back. As you inhale, hip forward. Noticing your hip, your shoulders, your neck. Allow the neck to soften. Maybe softening the elbows a bit, taking a slight bend. And slowly come back to center. We'll draw the hip circle the other way. So bring your hip out to the right side. Shift your weight forward. Draw it back on the left side. So continue drawing this hip circle anti-clockwise on the mat. Again, soften any joints, the loose joints. Sensing the side of your waist, side of your hip, shoulder blades. Just paying attention to what the body feels and if there's any attention that requires. Maybe some place may feel a little tighter or tense. And just notice. Maybe letting your neck move gently from side to side as you draw the circle. There really is no right and wrong in mindful rhythmic movements. Just moving with your breath. We'll do 2 more circles. And come back to center. Bring the right arm out to the side. Inhale, in line with the shoulders. Exhale, thread your arm under. Lower the shoulder towards the mat, all the way down to the mat. Stay here for a few deep breaths, pressing the back of your right hand down into the floor. Feeling the stretch across your right shoulder blade. Find a comfortable spot for your neck. And slowly come back up, lifting yourself up to tabletop position. This time we'll do the other side. Extend the left arm out to the side in line with the shoulders and exhale, thread arm under. Lower the shoulder all the way down to the floor, resting on the side of your head. Gently press the back of your left hand down to the floor and feel a little bit more stretch on your left shoulder blade as you do that. Again, sensing how your neck feels, make adjustments if necessary. Take a few deep breaths here. And then slowly lift yourself up to tabletop position. We'll go into a cat-cow stretch again. So inhale, lift your chest, lift the sit bone up. Exhale, draw the belly in, round your back. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale, round. Inhale back to neutral, tabletop. Part your knees a little wider, going into our child's pose. Side of the toes touch and sit back down to your heel. Rest your head down on the floor, forehead down. Let the hips sink to the heel. Soften your shoulders, soften your arm. Now walk your hands all the way forward, activating your arm, elbows lifting away from the floor. And then look forward towards your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hand to the right side of the mat. Rest the sternum on top of your knee, on your right knee. And then rest your head again. You're welcome to stack the left hand on top of your right hand, opening the left side of your ribs. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Walk your hand back to the center. Exhale, take your arm all the way out to the left side. And then stack again, if you wish, your right hand on top of your left hand. And then rest your chest on top of your left knee and relax your head, relax your neck. Take a few deep breaths in to open and expand that right side of your ribs. Taking gentle stretches for your ribs can help us in our breathing practices, so pranayama. So feel that sensation of expansion as you inhale. Inhale, look forward. Walk your hand back to the center. And then bring your hands back to your knees, kneeling up tall. We're going to lean backwards, so bring the knees hip-width apart. And then place the hands behind you. Lift your hips up slightly away from your heels, or lift up as high as you can, but without straining your knees. Lift your heart up, lift your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, release back down. All right, practicing our Nadi Shodhana before we rest in our restorative pose. So sitting with your legs comfortably crossed on your cushion or on your bolster, something that can elevate your hips, and then just allow the knees to drop to the floor. Roll again the shoulders back and down. Place your left hand in Gyan Mudra, so the tip of your thumb and your index finger lightly touch. You can either keep your palms facing up or down, Do whatever feels good to you. And then with your right hand, place the first two fingers between your forehead, between the eyebrow. Resting the thumb on your right nostril and the left, your ring finger on the left nostril. Stay here for a few deep breaths without closing any nostrils for now. See if you can maintain an easy position for your spine and your shoulders so that your chest can expand freely and fully on all sides. No tension on your neck. Now take a deep breath in. Close the left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale on the right. Close. Exhale left. Inhale. Close. Exhale right. Inhale. Close. Exhale left. Inhale. Close. Exhale right. Inhale. Close. Exhale left. Inhale. Close. Exhale right. Inhale. Close. Exhale left. Inhale. Close. Exhale right. One more round. Inhale. Close. Exhale left. Inhale. Close. Exhale right. And then release your hand down in Gya Mudra on top of your knees or your thighs. Keeping the eyes closed for a moment. Feeling again the breath in your nostril. And slowly open your eyes. Right, we'll recline down to our restorative yoga pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. So place your rolled blankets or your bolster, long waist, on your mat. And then have a pillow on top of the bolster to support your head. And then you can place 2 blocks or cushions on either side of your mat. Have your chair a little closer to you. We'll move straight into Shavasana with the legs lifted after our Supta Baddha Konasana. So recline down with the soles of your feet together. Make sure the bolster is right against your sacrum. Soles of the feet together. Support your thighs and your knees with the blocks. You can always turn and adjust the height setting of your block or your cushion. So remember that restorative yoga is not about straining yourself in the stretch. So you really want to be comfortable. Recline down to your mat, to your elbow first. Place your hands underneath your buttocks and push the flesh out to your heel. Rest completely down to the bolster. Support your neck with your pillow or your cushion. Relax your arms out to the side. If you have an eye pillow or something to block stimulation from light, you can cover your eyes with the face towel or the eye pillow. Or just closing the light and keeping a little dim light on the side is helpful as well. So strictly speaking, in a restorative yoga class, you stay in a position for between 15 to 20 minutes. And because it's a short class today, we won't hold the pose for too long. So just taking this time to settle in to your body. Just enjoying the silence, being with the silence. Focusing on the sensations of your breath. No force, no strain. And just really giving yourself the opportunity to rest. During the restorative yoga practice, some emotions may come up, and that's normal. Allowing yourself to be the observer and the witness observing any emotions that may come up, and understanding that change is constant in this material world. The only thing that's eternal and never changing is our true self, the original self that is full of light and compassion and pure. So you can imagine a sky, just as if it's a sky. Our true self is like the expansiveness of that blue sky, blue African sky, or the bright sun. Sometimes there will be clouds that float past. Let it be, and let it pass. The cloud does not change the quality of the blue sky. The blue sky is still the blue sky. So in a restorative yoga class, learning to be still, learning to listen to what the body is telling you, to what your emotions are telling you, acknowledging it, and then letting it go. And slowly bring your knees up to center. Part your feet and bring the knees into touch. Stay there for a few deep breaths with your feet apart and your knees touch. Notice again how your hips are feeling. And then straight from this position, we'll raise our legs up to the chair. So have your chair a little closer and place the legs up to your chair or your sofa. Part your legs, let the hips sink to the mat. Staying here for Shavasana. Again, normally in a restorative yoga class, Shavasana sometimes lasts from 30 minutes to an hour. So really just using this time to rest and let your body sink and relax. Let the mind relax. If you find that there's too much things going on in the mind, or the monkey mind doesn't want to stop, you can just bring your awareness to your breathing. And just simply feel the sensations of your breath, the pace, the rhythm of your breath, without any strain. Restorative yoga is a good way to include in your bedtime routine or your night routine, according to the Ayurveda, as part of your healthy practice, especially for the mind, and practicing just maybe 1 or 2 poses before you sleep, focusing on deep quality breathing. And remembering that a pose should last longer than 15 minutes because it can take a while to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system. And only when the parasympathetic nervous system is turned on can you digest well, can you relax and sleep well. So please do stay in this pose, in your Shavasana, for another 10 more minutes at your own time. And I'll leave you here while you practice. Enjoy your Shavasana. Namaste.